Welcome to the Google Cloud Update for the week of February 19th, 2026. I'm your host, and we've got a packed episode for you today, bursting with AI advancements, a big push in database connectivity, and some crucial security updates. This week, we'll be diving into the exciting preview of Gemini 3.1 Pro, which brings a massive context window to Vertex AI. We'll also cover a wave of updates related to the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, making it easier and more secure for your AI agents to interact with a whole host of Google Cloud databases, like Bigtable, Spanner, and Cloud SQL. On the serverless front, we have general availability for the .NET 10 runtime in Cloud Run, Cloud Functions, and App Engine. We'll also touch on some key security news for GKE, a brand new brute force protection feature for Cloud SQL, and a ton of enhancements for Looker users. There's a lot to get through, so let's jump right in. Kicking things off in the world of artificial intelligence, the big news is that Gemini 3.1 Pro is now available in preview in Model Garden. This is Google's most advanced reasoning Gemini model yet. It's designed to tackle complex problems using information from text, audio, images, video, PDFs, and even entire code repositories, all thanks to its incredible 1 million token context window. And if you're exploring other options, Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 4.6 is also now available in Model Garden. For those of you working with image generation, a quick heads up. Several image generation preview endpoints in Vertex AI are being deprecated. You'll need to update your model endpoints before March 19th, 2026 to avoid any disruption. For example, endpoints like Gemini 2.0 Flash Image Generation Preview should be migrated to Gemini 2.5 Flash Image. There's a full list in the release notes, so be sure to check that out. Gemini Enterprise also sees some great new preview features. It now supports new actions for data stores like Confluence Data Center, Jira, Notion, and Zendesk. You can also now use Gemini 3.1 Pro with Gemini Enterprise, and it can analyze content directly from XLSX and CSV files in the Microsoft SharePoint connector. Rounding out the AI updates, Vertex AI Agent Builder's code execution feature is now generally available, and Vertex AI Search can now use Gemini 3 Pro for answer generation in preview. Now, let's talk databases and analytics, because there's a huge theme this week: the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. This protocol provides a secure and standardized way for large language models and AI agents to interact with your data. Across the board, new best practices have been released for securing your generative AI agents using MCP with services including Bigtable, Spanner, Firestore, AlloyDB, and all flavors of Cloud SQL. Alongside this, the way you control MCP is changing. The use of organization policies is being deprecated in favor of IAM deny policies. After March 17, 2026, enabling services like BigQuery, Firestore, Spanner, or the Cloud SQL Admin API will automatically enable their respective MCP servers. So make sure your IAM policies are ready for this shift. Diving into specific services, BigQuery has a fantastic new feature in preview called Global Queries. This lets you reference data stored in more than one region within a single query, which is a game changer for organizations with distributed datasets. AlloyDB is getting a lot of love. It now integrates with Database Center for prioritized health monitoring, and performance snapshots now support read pool instances. For UAI developers, you can now make AI function calls in bulk, and the AlloyDB remote MCP server is available in preview. Bigtable also gets its own admin API MCP server in preview, and you can now migrate machine learning workloads from the legacy Vertex AI feature store directly to a Bigtable instance. And for Cloud SQL, a major security feature has landed for Postgres instances. Brute force detection and protection is now available. This will help automatically identify and mitigate brute force access attempts against your instances, a very welcome addition. Sticking with analytics, Looker has an absolute mountain of updates. In preview, LookML developers can now unlock a Git branch if it gets stuck. The Self-Service Explores feature now lets you update data from the source file and even upload data directly from Google Sheets. For those on BigQuery, an in-database merge queries labs feature allows for more performant merging of queries directly within the database. The System Activity User Activity dashboard has been improved to help troubleshoot authentication, and content certification has received several upgrades. Finally, a new permission, Schedule Without Limit, gives admins more granular control over data delivery. And one last note for observability fans, Cloud Trace is deprecating trace syncs starting February 18th. The recommended path forward is to use the Log Analytics page, which gives you a powerful SQL interface to query both your trace and log data together. Moving on to our serverless and compute platforms. For all the .NET developers out there, we have great news. The .NET 10 runtime is now in general availability across Cloud Functions, Cloud Run, and the App Engine flexible environment. Cloud Run source deployment also now supports Ubuntu 24 LTS base images, which is now generally available. Over in the container world, we have a critical security announcement for Google Kubernetes Engine. Multiple vulnerabilities have been identified in the OpenSSL library, with the most significant one potentially allowing for remote code execution or denial of service. New GKE versions with the fixes are rolling out, so please check the security bulletin and plan your upgrades. Speaking of versions, new GKE versions and auto upgrade targets are now available across the rapid, regular, staple, and extended release channels. As always, check the release notes for the specific version numbers relevant to your clusters. And for those of you using TPUs, GKE now has new beta system metrics to help you monitor the status and health of your TPU slices and partitions. For Cloud Composer, environment snapshots are now available in preview for environments running Airflow 3. This has been rolled out to all supported regions. New Airflow builds and images are also available for both Composer 2 and 3. Let's turn to networking and security. Cloud Network Insights is now available in preview. This new part of the Network Intelligence Center helps you monitor network and application performance across multi-cloud and hybrid environments. Also in Network Intelligence Center, connectivity tests can now identify when dynamic routes from peering or Network Connectivity Center are dropped due to quota limits. For Cloud Armor, the pre-configured web application firewall rules now support inspecting up to the first 64 kilobytes of the request body content. This is now generally available and provides a much deeper inspection capability. And now for a quick roundup of other updates from across Google Cloud. AlloyDB now integrates with the Database Center, providing prioritized health monitoring for your clusters. Document AI has a new layout parser web interface in preview, making it easier to visualize your processed documents. For high-performance computing workloads, Managed Lustre has increased its maximum throughput and storage capacities. Cloud Composer now offers environment snapshots in preview for Airflow 3, a feature that has rolled out to all supported regions. For our SAP customers, SAP has certified additional M3, M4, and X4 machine types for both OLAP and OLTP workloads on SAP HANA. Contact Center AI has released version 4.0, which includes a new secondary lookup object for the Salesforce Service Cloud integration. And finally, Workflows is now available in the Bangkok region, while the VMware Engine v2 node type has arrived in the Osaka region. And that's a wrap for this week's Google Cloud Update. What a week! From the massive new capabilities of Gemini 3.1 Pro to the sweeping changes with the Model Context Protocol that will power the next generation of AI applications, and the crucial brute force protection in Cloud SQL. There is a lot to explore. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with all the latest news from across Google Cloud. Stay safe and keep building.